Hello again, my friend, and hello to you if you are new. Welcome to Spooky's Haven. I'm Shay, my friends call me Spooky, and this is a channel where I talk about all things horror. And before we get into today's subject, um, I have something I want to say. It's going to be a weird way to start the video. I know it's probably going to be a little bit heavy, and I kind of debated on if I was going to do it in this video or if I was going to wait until I did my sit down and ramble video, even though this one's kind of sitting down and rambling, but it's about one specific subject. Um, I don't know, whenever you're watching this today, August 17th, 2026, um, found out that actress Hayden Panettiere died, which normally, I do get sad about celebrity deaths. It does, I kind of get that sadness, but something in my personal life happened a few weeks ago that this is closely mirroring, and I don't want to talk about it too much, but it's really weird because my birthday was just last week. Yay, I'm 35, y'all. I know, old. Um but I don't know if you guys realize this, but her birthday was coming up, and her birthday was on the 20 is was going to be on the 21st. She would have been 37 years old, and someone very close to me um passed away within days of their 36th birthday. So it's been hard, and it's literally been back to back. And can't lie, um, it makes me feel a lot more grateful that I made it to my birthday. And I think that's why this one's tripping me up so much, is because her birthday was so close. And whatever conspiracy or whatever people believe is going on, I'm not going to touch on that stuff, because personally, as much as those are important discussions that need to be had, I think time and place, and right now is not the time, nor is any of this the place. um but just to speak out, there's been a lot of losses in the horror community this year. We had Catherine O'Hara, who, in my opinion, was she's a horror staple. She's at least a Halloween staple. We had I don't care if you guys don't think this is a horror movie, I'm counting it. We had Sam Neill from Jurassic Park. Editing Shay here. I just wanted to throw in that I completely forgot during the moment when I was talking about the stars that we've lost this year from horror. I completely forgot that Sam Neill is in Event Horizon, in the Mouth of Madness, and Possession. So I just wanted to add that in here, that I remembered it right after I finished recording this video, and I didn't want to go back and re-record it, so I figured I just added it in post. We had both Xander and Giles from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and most recently, the one that really kind of gutted me was Devay Chase, who I pretty much literally grew up watching. She's in two of my favorite movies, Lilo and Stitch and The Ring. So it's been a rough year as a horror fan, because it just seems like, and I'm sure there's more than I'm missing. Those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head, but those are the ones. Um, I'm sure there's more I'm missing. I've seen a lot of rest in peace to a lot of different horror icons, and it's just crazy how many of them are dying so suddenly, how many of them are dying so young. Um, the industry pulls you in and spits you right back out, I guess. Um, but I also wanted to give a shout out to shout out. That sounds so nice. I also wanted to say something about Hayden Panettiere's passing, because she had a profound impact on me. Many years ago, when I was still kind of warming up to horror, I was getting better and better at watching movies. I went through and started watching all of the Scream movies, and when I got to Scream 4, I really related to Kirby. I really related, personality wise, the knowledge of movies, even though I was still a novice back then. And as the years have gone on, I watched that movie. I do I call it a stabathon, even though it's Scream, it's not stab. I do a stabathon every year where I usually watch movies one through six. We're not going to talk about the seven movie. We're not going to talk about that. I usually watch movies one through six, and the fourth one is unironically in my top three of favorites. And I know that's a hot take, because a lot of people don't like the fourth one, but I love the fourth one. And it was mainly because of her character. It was mainly because of Kirby. Even though she's not in it constantly, she brought something to that character that made her fun, likable, relatable. Like the way she flirted with Rory Culkin's character, um despite the fact that he was like, she's never going to notice me. Like, no, that was like, she brought something different to that role than I think anybody could have done aside from her. And then even when she came back in Scream 6, that was a amazing surprise for me. I was so happy to see her back, and to see her older, and to see her going into the FBI. And I was so hoping we would see more of that character, and now we're really never going to. I don't think you can like bring Kirby back and cast someone else to play her. It just does. It's not going to work because Hayden was um, Kirby. She was. So I just really wanted to say, I guess my thoughts here is, I just wanted to say that um, I'm so grateful for the profound impact that a lot of these performers had on my life, and I think that when you're when you're already mourning a personal loss, having lost losing things that remind you of your childhood, remind you of when you felt the safest and when you felt the most secure, um, that definitely makes things a little bit difficult. And like I said, I don't normally get like wishy-washy over celebrity deaths because, you know, at the end of the day, I don't know these people. I do feel bad, but I'm usually like, oh, that's really sad to hear. But this one, it hasn't made me like cry or anything. It's just made me think a lot. I've been doing a lot of thinking today, and I hope that if I hope that wherever she goes, she's at peace, because the world didn't treat her very well, and she deserved a whole hell of a lot better. She really did. But that's all we're gonna do. I'm not gonna make this video super like energetic, because I just feel like after I did all that, to come in and be super energetic is like not fair. I might get a little bit hype when I'm talking about certain things, but we're gonna keep it mellow. Okay? So without further ado, grab a snack, grab your favorite drink, turn the lights down, and join me in Spooky's Haven. All right, so welcome back after the intro. I cannot believe that we are T minus 2 weeks. Well, not exactly 2 weeks. It will be 2 weeks on Friday, but T minus 2 weeks. Not even, no, T minus 1 week. Sorry, timeline all screwed up. T minus 1 week till Halloween Horror Nights starts. Halloween Horror Nights 2026. And I gotta be honest, as somebody, if you've watched this channel for a while, or if you've seen any of my other videos, you know how much I love Halloween Horror Nights, how much it means to me. I plan on doing a deep dive at some point where I go over the history of Halloween Horror Nights, because it's just, unfortunately for me, it is a special interest that has not gone away for well over a decade. I'm fascinated with the event. I love the event. It's like just part of my life now. But for somebody who normally is super hype for Halloween Horror Nights, gotta be honest, I was not as excited as I wanted to be. Not because of anything with the event in and of itself, because this year's been hard, as you can see. This year's been very hard. There's been a lot of personal stuff that's happened, and it makes it really hard for you to like step back and go, oh my god, I'm so excited for this event. I've been stressed, and I've been trying my best to stick it out. So this is needed. This is definitely needed. It's coming at the right time. But for my birthday, I went to Universal, and really I just went there because I wanted to peep the props. I'm gonna be like inserting some props from the scare zones and stuff, like videos of that in here while I'm talking, because, why not? But I wanted to do that. I wanted to like get videos with props and look at everything. And when I got there and I saw the merch first, now, not to be like obsessed with capitalism or anything like that, but when I saw the merch, I started getting really excited. And now, almost a week from the event, I'm hype. I am ready to go. Usually, this is like in June or like even May that I'm already like, let's go, let's go. No, it's like 2 weeks before is when I started getting excited. But I'm excited nonetheless. And I gotta say, I think the lineup this year is pretty darn good. Now, every year I try to do a video going over the houses that are going to be there, and then I tell you which ones I'm the most excited for and which ones I'm the least excited for. And then at the end of the season, after I've gone, then I tell you which one kind of reigns supreme and which one, wasn't that great. And I like doing this. This is fun because it gives me a chance to talk about the event. So if you don't know for some reason what Halloween Horror Nights is, let me put you on game right now. Halloween Horror Nights is an event at Universal Studios Orlando, Hollywood, Singapore, and Japan. It features, we're just going to be focusing on Orlando because I obviously don't live in any of those other locations, but it features haunted, in Orlando, it features 10 haunted houses, 4 scare zones, 1 stage show, and of course, many rides are open throughout the event. Also, there's food. Do I know what the food is this year? No. But I have said if they don't have cinnamon bites as for the Cenobites, I will be very upset. There better be some sort of cinnamon dish on that menu for the Hellraiser booth. So, yeah, it's an event, and it starts at the end of August and it goes through to the beginning of November. It is about 5 days every week, 5 evenings, I should say. And it is a fun time. It is a good time. It's getting more and more complicated every year. This year, they're starting the early entry for the event at 2 p.m., which is early. I'm going to have to, like, at some point talk about the early entry thing because it's so funny because they started that the second year. Actually, technically, it was the 4th year, but the second consecutive year that I went. They started doing that and it was pass holders only. And to see how it's grown into this like behemoth where people can buy their own tickets for it, it's crazy. It's crazy. I love it though. It's cool to see that kind of growth, to like be there at the beginning when they were first testing this out and then watch it get bigger and bigger and bigger. To the point where like basically you can come in the park, scan in for HHN and go get in line for the houses. That's another thing is they're opening a few houses before the night starts. So for people like me who are old, okay, I'm not old. It's just one of those things where I like to get in and get out before it gets too crazy with the teenagers. Am I going to run into them? Probably. At some point in the season, I'm going to run into them. But I like to get in, get out, get on my way. So they did that for us. But I'm excited. I'm excited for this year, and I think they have a great lineup of houses. And we're going to go through each house and each scare zone, and I'm going to tell you how I feel about everything. And I'm just going off of the Halloween Horror Nights website. So, okay. Now, this is not in any particular order. I think this is in the order of what they announced, like, last to, like, first for each section. So usually how Halloween Horror Nights does it is they have 5 IPs and 5 original houses. IPs are intellectual properties. So it's like a movie, TV show, and in this case where we're going to be introducing music. The first house I'm going to talk about is Ozzy Osbourne, Prince of Darkness. Now last year, Ozzy did leave the world, and that was really very sad. I love Ozzy, one of my favorite like musicians. And I think this is going to be a very fitting tribute to him. So the description says, bow before the Prince of Darkness. Ozzy Osbourne's shocking image was as haunting as his heavy metal hits. Now you'll enter the Prince of Darkness's kingdom, where music and mayhem collide, and everything's gone off the rails. Veer through a decaying world ripped straight from Ozzy's lyrics in this haunted house inspired by one of rock and roll's greatest legends. Let the madness begin. I'm assuming we're gonna see a train, a crazy train at some point. We're probably gonna hear all aboard. I think this is gonna be fun. I think this one is gonna be fun. I think this one's gonna be more tame in comparison to other ones that they have. This one's gonna be more tame. But it'll still be a good time. And I'm looking forward to that one. The next one. Okay, so first off, I just watched this movie for my birthday. I just watched this movie. I loved this movie. I thought it was fantastic. I was so happy I was so happy with it. I immediately bought it after that. I bought it on DVD after that. So I'm really excited. I'll talk about it more when I talk about what I watched this month. But the next house that they're going to be doing is Evil Dead Burn. And I'm so nervous about that one. So, quick story. My first ever Halloween Horror Nights as an adult, because I went 2 years when I was in high school and I was too scared to really enjoy it. My first year as an adult was Halloween Horror Nights 2013, and it was the year when they turned the entire park into The Walking Dead, and they had an Evil Dead house there, and I chickened out. I think I told the story in one of my videos. I don't know if it was the last one or the one before it, but yeah, I full on chickened out, and I did not get to go through it. And now hearing people to this day that went to the event say that it's still one of the scariest IP houses they've ever gone through, I'm really pissed that I missed that house. I am looking forward to this one because I finally get to go through an Evil Dead house, and I'm an Evil Dead fan. I'm a super Evil Dead fan, so I'm excited for this one. This movie was awesome. Very fun, very gory. This house is probably going to be disgusting. It's probably going to be stuff flying at you and everything like that. Alright, so the little description here says, Evil comes home. The Book of the Dead has been reopened, and now an infernal force consumes a family home. In this haunted house based on the new film Evil Dead Burn, Dodge possessed Deadites hellbent on bloodshed encounter not just the root of the evil, but the whole family tree. And let me tell you, after watching that movie, yeah, that family was crazy. Also, we hate Joseph. We hate Joseph. You know, we hate Joseph. Alright, so the third IP we have here was one that I mentioned in my What I Watched in July video. I believe, yeah, What I Watched in July video, which was Hellraiser. And that's the reason I said in that video, that's the reason why I watched those two movies, is because I wanted to know what I was getting into. Now, mind you, this house is going to be based on the first 3 movies. I cannot find the third movie anywhere, aside from purchasing it, and I don't want to spend money on it because I don't know if I'm going to like it. I'm actually, I have to say, after watching the movie, I'm more excited for this one than I thought I was going to be. Originally, when they announced it, I was like, I don't know if I'm the target audience for this, but I'm definitely the target audience for this. I liked this movie. It was fun, and the house is going to be really, really creepy. So here's the description. Your pain is their pleasure. Enter a realm of pure pain in a haunted house based on the original Hellraiser trilogy. You'll journey through the depths of hell and bear witness to Pinhead and the Cenobites' nightmarish rituals. Then hope you don't get trapped in your own. I hope they have the sunglasses one. I'm gonna put his picture back up. I love him. I hope they have him. He's probably gonna scare the crap out of me, but I love him. I hope he pops out. Please, just let there be the sunglasses Cenobite. I don't even know what his name is. I don't care. He's just sunglasses. I love him. He's amazing. He's on one of the t-shirts. I really want to get the t-shirt because he's on one of the t-shirts. And I'm like, woo! I love it. He's my favorite. Alright. And then we have Stranger Things Season 5. Now, this one is a mixed bag for a lot of people, partially because some people are tired of Stranger Things at HHN because they've been at HHN for several years, partially because of the lukewarm reception to the haunted house. Either way, this one had kind of a wah-wah when it was announced. Personally, for me, I'm not excited about it. Season 5, I watched it, and I don't really. I'm sure there are parts. There are plenty of parts where you can get some good scares. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's going to be a good haunted house. I think it's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot of Demogorgons, and I'm cool with that. I'm so mad at the Duffer Brothers. I'm so mad at them because I was defending the finale. I was defending it with my whole chest, and then they're like, yeah, we didn't really have a plan. And I'm like, oh, cool, so you just proved me wrong. I think I said that in another video too, but I'm saying it here as well, but because I'm still salty about that, and I think I'll forever be salty about that because, like I said, I was defending this thing tooth and nail because I actually liked the ending. Soured the show for me now, knowing that there wasn't any love really put into it. So, the little description says, "It's Hawkins' last stand. The Upside Down is invading Hawkins, and this time no one's safe. In this haunted house based on the final season of Stranger Things, join the gang in Hawkins for one last adventure as you try to survive Demogorgons and the Mind Flayer. Will you defeat Vecna once and for all?" Yeah. Yeah. And finally, the last IP that we have on the list. The last one we have is Sinners. Okay, so what's funny is that last year after Sinners came out, they had in Universal Studios Hollywood a display with costumes from the movie. And as soon as I saw that Universal had the costumes from the movie, I was like, not that they're going to be using them, but like, as soon as I saw that they had a display for Sinners, I was like, we're getting a Sinners haunted house. Before Halloween Horror Nights even came, it hadn't come yet. And I was like, we're getting a Sinners haunted house next year in 2026. I was so sure of it. And then there were some people that were like, how would they make that into a haunted house? And I'm like, well, there's parts that you can really use, and like, you can add some extra stuff in it. But I had a feeling. I don't know why I had that feeling. I saw this display and I was like, they got to be talking to Ryan Coogler. They got to be talking. They got to be like, hey, this movie's doing really well. Can we like do a little something with it? So I'm really glad that we're getting this, because first of all, I was right. First of all, that just makes me happy whenever I'm right. That just makes me happy. That's the Virgo in me. But also, this is one of my favorite movies of all time, so I'm so hyped. I don't even care if it's scary or not. Like, I know that people are going to be mad, because the type of people that are going to come to this event for this house are going to be the most obnoxious people. And I'm sorry if I'm one of them. I'm sorry if at one point you see me, like, dancing through the haunted house. I'm going to try to be, like, in my own box, but I might be grooving a little bit if they're playing some of the tunes, okay? I might be grooving. The soundtrack, phenomenal for that movie. So, like, even just, like, the instrumentals, they don't even have to play the actual songs that everybody sings. They could just be playing that, and I'm gonna absolutely tear up the dance floor. So excited for this one. So excited. The merch for this so far, love it. I want the fedora so bad. I want the fedora so bad. And there's a t-shirt I want too. So I don't know if I'm going to buy all that stuff, but I'm so hyped for this one. The description for this one says, take a bite out of award-winning original horror. In 1930s Mississippi, I thought it was in the 1910s. Well, in 1930s Mississippi, libations flow freely and guitar screams fill the air at the Smokestack Twins juke joint. But the blues become red when Remick's troupe of bloodthirsty vampires crash the party and test blood's true bonds as you brave this terrifying haunted house based on the award-winning original film, Sinners. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. Also, I'm really hyped for this one for the food. They better be coming with some, like, good Southern food. Because, like, sometimes they be dropping the ball. They be trying to make, like, too cutesy food. Like, but, like, they better be coming with, like, some good Southern food. We'll see. I'm sure the menu will be dropping this week sometime. By the time you guys see this video, the menu will probably already be out. I'll put it in the description if it is. But yes, I'm very excited for this one. So happy that I was right. Can't wait to see what they do with it. And I hope it is. So that's the 5 IPs. Now, what are the 5 original houses? Now, original houses, first of all, it's in the name. The original houses are usually original ideas by Halloween Horror Nights creative team. And a lot of the times they are some of the best haunted houses. There's been, I think most years, for me, an original house is my top house by the end of the season. Last year was the first year that wasn't true, that it was Terrifier. But like every other year, it's been like, you know, it's been in like a original house. This year, because it is an anniversary year, they are doing sort of an anniversary celebration, but they're focusing on the circus aspect. And now this is another thing that I predicted, which I'm not sitting here saying I'm psychic or anything. This just seemed like a no-brainer. So, again, I will talk about the stuff going forward, but one of the original icons, when I say original, I mean like originally created for the event specific. I don't mean like they used Beetlejuice or they used Crypt Keeper, or they use the Universal monsters. Like I'm talking about created for Halloween Horror Nights specifically. One of them is Jack the Clown, and I'm sure you've seen his motif. If you've seen things about Halloween Horror Nights in the past, he is literally the face of the event, and he's super popular. He's super beloved. So to explain this year's event a little bit more, is that the lore with Jack is that he was a serial killer that ended up going and working for a circus, and he continued to work for the circus. Now the circus was run by Dr. Oddfellow, which we will come back to him. The circus was run by him, and at one point Dr. Oddfellow finds out that Jack has been killing children and stuffing them in boxes, so he kills Jack. But then Jack gets resurrected, and now his spirit has just been terrorizing Halloween Horror Nights for like almost 3 decades now. Every year when there's an anniversary, they bring Jack back. I know some people hate it. I love it personally because to me, the event is his. I think the event really took off after they introduced him, because they really made them start to be creative. Like after they had him, they had the caretaker, they had the director, they had the storyteller, they had Fear. Like however you feel about the icons, they started to create their own stories, which was amazing. And these characters, for people like me who are just hopelessly obsessed with Universal Orlando's Halloween Horror Nights event, those characters are kind of near and dear to our heart. It's like they don't have any presence anywhere else in the world but here. They're special here. Editing Shay here again, so sorry about that coming through. I wanted to clarify that when I say there's no other place where these icons exist in the world, I don't mean like they only exist in Orlando, because I know that almost every single original character that's been created has been used at Halloween Horror Nights in different countries, or different, like in California, or the thing in Las Vegas. So I'm not saying that it only exists in Orlando. I'm more so saying that it only exists for Halloween Horror Nights. That's what I mean. Now, because this isn't like a full-on, it's like a halfway anniversary year, they're not bringing back all of the characters, which is totally fine by me, but they are bringing back Jack. Now, I mentioned Dr. Oddfellow. So they made this backstory up in like the 90s, 2000s about Jack, where he worked for a circus called Dr. Oddfellow. And in 2022, they just decided, let's retcon a lot of that and make Dr. Oddfellow also be magical. So now Dr. Oddfellow was introduced in 2023 as an icon of his own. And I'm going to say this right now, 2023 was one of my favorite years of Halloween Horror Nights. I had so much fun that year. I wish I could have gone more, but I had a lot of fun. Dr. Oddfellow is the leader of the circus. He also commands the Dark Zodiac, which is basically the Zodiac symbols, but dark. Yeah, that's pretty much it. He commands those things, and he uses that to remain immortal, and that's also what makes Jack immortal, because he got some of that magic. And this year it's going to be Jack versus Dr. Oddfellow. Not only in the park are we getting these two amazing icons, but we're also getting a house called Jack and Oddfellow Chaos and Control. I'm so excited for this one, mainly just because I'm such a lore hound with this event, and also I have the biggest crush on Dr. Oddfellow. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. I have the biggest crush on Dr. Oddfellow. He wears a top hat, and when I met him in 2023, he told me that because I'm a Leo, I'm strong and steadfast and proud, and I like, luxury. He basically read my entire basic Leo chart, like Leo description, but like it was the way he said it. I was like, yeah. You got it, dude. So I love Oddfellow. I'm really excited to see these two back. And facing off against each other, because I called that back when they brought Oddfellow. I was like, they need to bring the two of them and have them face off. It needs to be like Freddy versus Jason. So this description says, the forces of horror collide. Horror icons aren't born, they're made. Discover the unholy origins of Jack the Clown and enter Dr. Oddfellow's universe as the two pit chaos versus control in this showdown decades in the making. I'm excited. I'm excited. Now, I'm not going to yap that much about the other four because, well, maybe the last one, because the last one also does have some historical elements. Wow. These people be out here just bumping their music outside. I love it, though. Good for them. Oh, she's matching her car. I'm sorry, this woman is literally matching her car right now. It's amazing. I love that for her. The next house that they are having that's going to be original is called Cybergoria. And this one says, immortality comes at a cost. Awaken thousands of years in the future in this haunted house and brave a cold world driven by machines with a singular goal, to make you live forever, even if it kills you. So I'm guessing this is going to be like some sort of like cyberspace, some sort of like, robot-esque one. There's going to be some probably some gore, like, well, in the title there's probably going to be gore where like they're ripping body parts apart so they can put machinery in, which is cool. I mean, that's cool. It's creative. That's cool. I mean, it's not creative. I mean, it is creative, but it's not creative. We've seen it before, but it's cool. Like, I like the mix of like down to earth gore with like cybernetics. Like there was like this one fatality in Mortal Kombat. I think it was Mortal Kombat 11, where it's Frost. She rips the brain out of her opponent, and then she has it sent to be put into a cyber droid. And I love that. That just ripping the brain out and then just implanting the brain in like the cyber, and then it comes alive. Like, oh, it's so creepy. So this is probably going to be like something like that. That's what I'm picturing. So yeah, I'm excited about this one. I feel like I'm going to say that about everyone. The next original house we have is Invasion, Alien Abduction. And this one says extraterrestrial and extra terrifying. Make contact with horrors from worlds unknown in this haunted house, where a ship full of greys have torn apart a remote homestead in search of fresh test subjects. So this one, I've heard, is supposed to be more grounded. It's not going to be like you're in a spaceship being attacked by aliens. You're going to be like on a farm and experiencing the aliens. So I think that's a really cool angle, because every time that they do like alien haunted houses, they always want to do these like super sci-fi, like, oh, you're in a spaceship, or like, oh, there's a crew abandoned in space, like, and that's cool, but like that's been done so many times. But I've never been through a haunted house, a space themed haunted house, where when you're walking through it, you're actually going through someone's home and experiencing the invasion. It's gonna probably remind me a lot of that movie, No One Will Save You. It's probably going to remind me a lot of that when we go through it, because like that's how that movie feels, because you're experiencing the majority of the movie just in her homestead. So I'm looking forward to that one. Then we have Madlands, Caged Cannibals. You're at the bottom of the food chain. The animals might be gone, but the animalistic violence is inescapable. Try to survive a defunct zoo that has become the deadly domain of warring cannibal factions in this haunted house. Cannibals. Need I say more? Let's move on. And the last original house we have is HR Blood and Guts, a Halloween Frightacular. Big screams on the small screen. Your favorite Maitre de Macabre, ooh, they said Maitre, returns to WKNB with a special Halloween scare-a-thon. Tune into this haunted house complete with ghouls, gore, and all the frights that keep you coming back for more. Now, HR Blood and Guts is actually a long-running character at Universal as well. He's not his own icon, like he's never had his own event, but he's had several houses in the event that are usually based off of, he's a host that pretty much went crazy and started like a TV, you've seen those shows where the person is like introducing like a movie or something, like some tale. It's like Tales from the Crypt, but with a guy dressed up. But I'm interested in this one because apparently they're supposed to be bringing back a lot of scares from previous years. And I already saw, when I was there last time, I already saw the Meats Meat booth out there. And if you know anything about HHN, you know Meats Meat. You know that. So, I guess we'll see. I have a feeling this one is going to be kind of like, oh god, what is that one? Slaughter Cinema. I have a feeling this one's going to be like Slaughter Cinema. And that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I think that's something that a lot of people will enjoy. So, my rankings for the IPs that I'm for the excitement for the IPs that we have. Of course, Sinners is number one at the very tippity top. I'm so excited for that one. Even if it doesn't turn out to be scary, I'm still excited for it. After that, I would say Hellraiser, actually. I'm surprisingly excited for that one. I know it's going to be gross, but I'm ready for it. Then Evil Dead Burn, because I loved that movie. That would have been higher if Sinners wasn't there. Then Ozzy Osbourne. I'm excited to see what they do with this one. I feel like it's going to be very interesting. I've never been in... Okay, I lied. I've been in the Weeknd house. That's the only one I've ever been in, but I know they've done other music artists in the past. And then finally, the last one is Stranger Things. Am I going to do it? Yes. Will it be good? Maybe. But it's not like something I'm super like jazzed about. Alright, and then as far as the originals go, I would say the one that's at my tippity top is obviously Jack and Oddfellow Chaos and Control. I'm excited for that one. I can't wait to see that one, and hopefully it's fun. After that, Invasion, Alien Abduction. I am super excited for that one. I think that one's going to be a lot of fun. I think that one's going to be really creepy. If it's what I'm picturing in my head, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Then I would say Cybergoria, because yeah, I like the idea of of human bodies being fused with machinery. I like that. It's really creepy to me. Then it would be HR Blood and Guts, because I'm sure that's going to be campy and fun. And then Madlands Caged Cannibals. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of like those types of houses. I feel like whenever they do them, they're not as scary to me. They're just kind of like, oh, okay. And last but not least, we're going to go over some of the experiences that you have now. Every year, Halloween Horror Nights has shows, they have scare zones, they have street experiences. They're trying to get a little bit more expensive. So this year's scare zones, we're going to start with the scare zones. In the New York section is Downtown Clown Town, featuring Art the Clown and killer clowns from outer space. There's the wrong side of town, then there's Clown Town. The city that never sleeps becomes a waking nightmare when its boroughs are overrun by murderous clownsfolk who can't wait to tear you limb from limb. Welcome to the neighborhood. I guess they're trying to recreate the clown panic from 2016 in a more controlled environment. Oh, and then the most controversial choice of Halloween Horror Nights history, I think, that really has people very, very upset. I don't really care either way. I'm sure it'll be fine. Fort Nightmares. Yeah, Fortnightmares. Yeah, okay. The storm is coming. Drop from the battle bus into the chaos of Fort Nightmares. The storm is spreading through this scare zone, bringing new horrors with it. I think that'll be a nice zone to kind of chill out. And it looks like, from what I could see, it looks like it's in the Central Park area, that covered area. So it's probably not going to be that intense. It didn't look like there was a lot of props there when I went, so yeah. Okay. Then the next scare zone, which is actually going to be in the Hollywood section of the park, is called Sideshow of Decay. The past will haunt you. In the carnival junkyard, Cindy Kane, who is a legacy character, has opened a portal where decayed nightmares from Halloween Horror Nights past are back to haunt you. Editing Shay again. I just wanted to also come in here and say that I did not get any photos of the Sideshow of Decay scare zone or videos of the Sideshow of Decay scare zone, because they had a lot of characters out there for meet and greets in that area, and I just didn't want to get people's kids in the videos. I tried my hardest with the other videos I took to not get people's faces in them, but that one would have been even harder. So they're there. It's there. I didn't get it on camera. So that's probably going to be where we see a lot of familiar faces. I think we're going to see the clown things, and it's like, I know it's like something, and I don't know if it's like Treeks and Foons, and they're like big round clowns. They kind of look like the killer clowns from outer space, but like not as grotesque in the face. They're just like really creepy looking. Yeah, I feel like we're going to see those guys again. I haven't seen those guys in a long time, so I'm excited to see them again. And the last official scare zone we have is Infernal Carnival of Nightmares. Let the nightmares begin. Jack and Dr. Oddfellow invite you to step right up and see what horrors hide in every shadow at the sinister spectacle decades in the making. So this is at the front of the park, and they finally have been stretching there was a period of time after they built that after they built Villain Con, there was a period of time where they weren't able to like go past the Universal store that's at the entrance, and it was always such a small scare zone. It was so boring. But now they're able to extend back out, and I'm really excited. I saw the props for this. Fantastic looking. I'm so ready. I love the way the entrance is dressed up. Like, oh, I'm so ready. Then we have 2 street experiences. Now I'm hoping that they boosted this street experience because I thought it was cute, but I didn't think that there was enough of it. Mel's Die-In Zombies. Now, Mel's Die-In has been a staple. There's a restaurant in Universal called Mel's Drive-In, and it's like a 60s themed restaurant. Every year during Halloween Horror Nights, they turn off the R and the V, so it says Mel's Die-In. And last year, they decided, let's add zombies, and they're roller skating zombies. And they were fun. They were so fun, but there just wasn't enough of them. Like, I felt like there needed to be more. I know, like, maybe they were thinking, like, crowd control, like, maybe only having a couple is good, but I felt like there needed to be a little bit more, because sometimes we'd walk over there and only be, like, 2. So, but they were fun. They were a lot of fun. And I also like that they have a fail-safe, like, if it has rained, they won't send them out on the roller skates, they'll just send them out, like, in regular shoes, because that happened at one of the nights I was there. It rained early in the night, and because the ground was still wet, they didn't have them rollerblading. They're just out there in their regular shoes. And it was fun. The other street experience is called Club Horror, and this is something that they started in the San Francisco area, which is where Fast and the Furious, RIP, that's where that is located. And it's basically just a DJ and some girls dancing. A lot of people don't like this, but it is a way to, like, get drinks. There's also, I think they also set up some tables and chairs so you can sit down. So it's like a nice place to, like, kind of get away from it all, I guess. The 2 shows that we have, the Lagoon show this year is going to be Stranger Things Return to Hawkins, which a lot of people were upset about because the Lagoon show is something that everybody loves, but I think it'll be fun as a Lagoon show. And it's one of those things that you don't have to sit there and watch the Lagoon show. You can just, like, catch parts of it as you walk through the park. And the other show is Nightmare Fuel Blood Noir, which is probably the first time in several years that they're actually going to be doing something very different in Nightmare Fuel, and it's going to be centered around vampires. So, excited for that. And then the last little thing I want to... I guess not the last thing, but then there's also the Dead Coconut Club, and it's called... This year, its theme is Harvest, which I think goes hand in hand with the Alien Invasion one. If you don't know what the Dead Coconut Club is, there's a club in City Walk called Red Coconut Club. It is free to enter. You can bring your children in there. Trust me, I went there for a friend's birthday, and there were children in there dancing, and I'm like, this is a bar? This is a nightclub? But it's more family friendly now than it used to be back when I used to go to it back in the day. But they usually decorate it, and there's props, and there's things you can go and take pictures with. So definitely something that's going to be fun to check out. I will definitely be checking that out this year. And then, as always, we have 4 rides that are open. So, of course, we have Revenge of the Mummy. That's going to be open. That's always open. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter Escape from Gringotts, Diagon Alley. I used to use that place as an escape from the chaos outside because it used to be much quieter back there, but ever since Mask Talk, I guess, came along, it's going down there, it's a headache. It's a headache and a half. So I don't go down there. Transformers, the ride. I don't like Transformers. I like Transformers, but I don't like this ride. I get a headache on this ride. Hopefully next year, the Hollywood Drift will be open during HHN, because I would love to ride that in the dark. And then the last ride that's usually open is Men in Black Alien Attack. That's the final ride that will be open. And they never listed on the site, I guess because it's not really like a thing, but like there's going to be, they usually have a tribute store, a themed tribute store, and this year it's back in the location that it's always been in. Last year they put it in the arcade next to the Mummy. This year they're putting it back on the other side of the Mummy, where there's lots more space and there's different rooms you can go through, I'm excited. I love the tribute store, not even just because like the store. I like the decorations. I like how they make it look. You know, that to me makes me like, yes, I love this. So yeah, I love the tribute store. I'm excited to go through it for the first time, take pictures of it, take video of it. And it looks like it's going to be clown themed because at the outside the facade has a clown on it. So, and I'm happy because that's where downtown Clowntown is. Man, I really like that, downtown Clowntown. That is such a good like alliteration. So in any case, that's what we've got going on at Halloween Horror Nights 2026, Halloween Horror Nights 35. Let me know if you're going this year to this one or to Hollywood, and let me know what you're excited about. I mean, like, I feel like this year is going to be fun. I feel like it's going to be a good year for houses, and I feel like they have a good batch of creative original houses. There's really the only one I'm not interested in is the Madlands, and watch that be the best one, because last year I was not interested in Hatchet and Chains, and that ended up being my favorite original. So watch that be amazing. So I'm like, I know I'm saying it now, I'm speaking it into the universe, I'm saying I'm not really interested in that one, I'm going to go through that one, and I'm going to love it. So, but anyways, I am going to get going now. Before I go, I would urge you to like the video. If you like the video, leave a comment and let me know what you think. If you have any extending thoughts, or maybe you know something that I don't know, or maybe I messed something up here. I just read from the website, so maybe there's something I'm missing. So yeah, let me know about that. You can find me on socials, but I don't really use them. I need to use them more, but I don't. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram. Technically, I'm on Threads, but I don't use it either. I'm so bad at social media nowadays. I just can't sometimes. I don't know if this is under my video, but I believe you can hype videos. I'm not sure if it's under my video, but if it is under my video, you can hype my video. It helps out small creators. It helps to boost them in the algorithm, and it's free. You don't have to pay for it. So definitely, if you can do that, thank you. And I hope you will stay and check out more of the content. I have more content coming. The Resident Evil video is coming, I promise. Oh my god, it's taken me months to work on this video. It better be flawless, I know. But the Resident Evil video is coming. I also have some book reviews, but they're horror books. So yeah, I'm excited to tell you about those. But in any case, thank you so much for watching. I gotta go. It's almost the Void's bedtime, and if I don't go and give her treats so she can go to bed, she'll beat me up, and I really do not want that. She did beat me up before this video was being recorded. So yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.